Hey guys, August here and welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about getting your ults from 1370 to 1415 with the honing buff coming with the Vikers patch next week. Now I have a spreadsheet for you guys and I have a calculator that I'm going to show you guys how to use easily. And I just want to talk to you about all the material costs, the honing buff, and just the most optimal and efficient ways to start preparing your 1370 ults so you can actually push them to 1415 once we do get the honing buff. Now this is all assuming you do have a 1460 main, as you do need to be 1460 to unlock the stronghold buff. So this is for everyone with a 1460 main and looking at how to optimally push their ults. Anyway, let's hop straight into it now, shall we? First of all, I'm going to share with you guys a spreadsheet I've been working on. Now this is the materials from 1370 to 1415. If you go the route of getting all of your pieces to plus 15, which with the calculator was the easiest way, you can cheese it a little bit by getting 2 pieces to plus 17 and leaving the rest at, I think it was plus 11 or 12. I can't remember exactly, but we'll make a separate video about this. This is just how to do it with going to plus 15 on all the pieces and all of the materials involved. So I have right over here is the total of all the materials you will need. And this is with the current rates without the honing buff. That is what you're looking at. We are looking at 11 million silver, 46,000 gold, 47,000 shards, 478,000 shards, 1,708 fusion materials, 95,000 guardian stones, 2,675 great honors, and then 31,000 destruction stones. This is what I have worked out. This is also based on average results without using juicing materials. And then over here, this is what the rates would be without juice materials with the 1460 honing buff. Technically being 50%, as it does add a flat base 10%, and once you are honing 2 plus 15, the rate is 10%, so 10% plus 10% is doubled in that case. So then I've reduced all the costs by 50%, and this is the kind of material cost we are looking at with the honing buff. Once to push ults, this is with no juice, and we're looking at 5.7 million silver, 23,000 gold, 23,000 shards, 239,000 shards, always gets me over there. Fusion 854, Guardian Stones 47,000, and then Great Honors at 1,338, and also Destructions at 15,000. Now I'll leave this link down in the description for you guys to the spreadsheet so you can go through and check it out. I do have formulas in here, so if you change these up, it will change that depending on your hones. But I do have a calculator that I want to share with you guys as well, how I actually came to get all these numbers. But moving on with this, over here at the bottom I have done with optimal juicing materials. So this isn't full juice. This is the most optimal juice. So we do have Solar Grace, Solar Blessing, Solar Protections, and then the Legendary Books. If you don't know what the Legendary Books are, I'll show you really quickly what those are. We go in storage over here. It is these over here, the Applied Mending. You do get this for armor and for the weapons, and then you get the purple ones, but those are up until 1370, I believe. They don't work afterwards. So yeah, those are the books we're talking about. All right, let's get back to the spreadsheet. So this is with optimal juicing. And then I do have the totals as well. There is the total for the current honing rate buffs with optimal juice. And if you compare this to over there at the top, that is the honing buff without optimal. That is roughly the same. It's a little bit cheaper actually to do it without juice, but with the honing buff. So waiting until we have the honing buff and not using juice is actually cheaper than using juice right now without the honing buff, if you compare it over there. Because with the honing buff, obviously going to cost, with the juice, it's going to cost a bit more because you do need to buy all the juice. And the juice is quite expensive. And then if we actually do go down at this bottom total over here, this is with the honing buff and using juice. So you won't use as much juice, obviously, because it is higher chance. And overall, this is the cheapest. Well, I would actually say doing it dry without juice, but with the honing buff is the most optimal way. But then obviously that is if you do have the gold to buy all of the Solar Grace, Blessing, Solar Protections, and all the books, then that is the quickest option down below is with the honing buff and then with the optimal juicing. Now how we actually come to this optimal juicing and you know how to use it, I have the max roll over here for you guys with the calculator. Now this calculator might be a little bit confusing. I will have this link down below for you guys as well. Basically on the side here with the T3, the weapons, this 1302 one, this is, if you choose those armors, that's when you're trying to get to 1370, as that includes the purple and the blue set, which only go up to 1370 at plus 15. So if you want to work out from 1370 all the way up to 1415 and higher, you have to click on these two bottom ones. So let's start with the armor for starters. So you click on the armor, and then it's going to go from 0 to plus 15. and then you actually add of the other count. You put up to 5, so it accounts for 5 pieces of armor, and then you just click add. And now this is with no additional materials, so that means no juice. And as you can see, that is the price over there for all 5 pieces of armor to plus 15, which will then be 1415. So there is all those numbers that I do have in the spreadsheet. And then if you do want to add juice materials, you just go to optimal materials and you click, well, recalculate, but it does it itself automatically, it seems. It will recalculate for you. Now that's the optimal materials. And then if you look at the bottom there, they suggest at what levels you should be using what books and what solar blessings and everything. And then if you do go full materials, I didn't make a section for this. Let's go reset, full material add. And that is the price with full materials, because that might be a little bit more, because they just add, like if you have infinite amounts of gold and you can buy all the juice you need, then full materials is the full material way. But I'm just showing you guys how to use the calculator. And then the same thing with the weapon. You go to the weapon, but obviously you reduce the count down to 1 since you're not doing 5 weapons. You go reset and then add, and I will show you the price of the weapon as well. Now this is to plus 15. If you wanted to individually work this out on the armor, what you could do there is you get your armor to plus 17 and you only do 2 counts, and then reset that and add over there. You put that into my spreadsheet, and then if you actually, so that's 2 counts, we get to plus 15, and the other 3 we get to plus 12. So reset and add, you can add that all together and you'll have that. So that'll be a little bit cheaper in that method, but yeah, that is the scuffed way of doing it. To get 2 pieces to plus 17 and the rest to plus 12. So that is the cost of everything. I will leave the spreadsheet and the calculator in the description for you guys. But now let's actually talk about how to prepare your alts for that, so you don't have to actually buy all of the materials. What you want to be doing is running your Chaos and your Guardians every day on your 1370 alts. Just store up your materials, put them in the bank on the roster storage. And then if you do have your main running Bolton, you should get these books and P3 Argos. And if you have 1370 alts, I would actually suggest getting them carried through Argos to bus runs, or like ask for bus runs. And in the chat, in the party finder, there's quite often there is bus runs going. And if they cost you 2500 to do all the way to P3, you actually get 2700, I believe, from Argos, or no, 28 or something like that. So you actually make gold on it, and then you do get all the materials included with it. A lot of great honor leapstones, because you can actually dismantle the Argos blood. I think I've dismantled all the blood on this alt already. Oh, there's Argos blood over there. But if you actually take the Argos blood and you dismantle it, you do get great honor leapstones. See, I got 4 great honors there from 2 bloods. So it's quite a high conversion rate. So you want to stock up on doing those Argoses and then dismantling the bloods, obviously after you have made your Argos gear. And then also if you do Una's dailies, you want to do these 3 dailies where it belongs: in Shureshire, Unsolved Mysteries in the Wailing Swamp, and Kinsera's Memorial Services in the Nameless Valley. Both of these are in Phaeton. So all in all, you only use 2 Bifrosts for this, and these will give you great honor leaps that you start adding up every day, building them up. Obviously running your chaos every day is going to get you the shards that you need, and then running your T3 maps and chaos gates will be another way of getting shards and shard pouches. So stock up on all of that stuff, keep that in the bank so you don't want to waste too much money when you actually start pushing alts. And another place actually to buy stuff is the Mare shop. If we have a look at the juicing materials, they are quite a bit cheaper from the Mare shop. The Solar Blessings and the Solar Grace, I think. What's the green ones called? But yeah, the green ones and the blue ones you want to buy from Mares. And then I think the purple ones might actually be a little bit cheaper from the market. So we'll have to check that out. But stock up on the Solar Grace over there. I already bought them out. But don't forget about Mare's Secret Shop. And also, since the blue crystals were down, they are going to start slowly going back up now, blue crystals, because the bots seem to be coming back. So you want to hop on that. I do have a video up on my channel about investing into blue crystals now while they are down. I would still suggest to not go crazy and blow all your gold in it, but do buy some right now while it is low. We'll go ahead and buy 5. It's only 3k. Let's round it off to 4644. Round it like that. We'll buy that, and there we go. Little investments have been made. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll leave all the links down in the description below. If you did find this helpful, please drop a like and a sub. It helps me out so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Logisan out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer while we're so